What's up, y'all? Welcome back for some more Godless. Last episode, we saw Frank as complex as we've seen him so far. Hurting, and then out of nowhere helping a whole bunch of sick people and then burying them after they're dead. We got into Roy's past, went to a school ran by a nun. Brother abandoned him. I'm sure those abandonment issues are still with him. He can't read or write. Alice, we got a look into her past. She was brutally assaulted. Shows why she's distrusting. Makes a lot of sense. Bill has a newfound respect for me. He ran up on Frank. Frank didn't kill him, I'm surprised, but Bill is good at tracking, probably because he knows Native Americans, and that Native American was with him when he ran up on Frank. Whitey is scaring me. I don't know why he can't just leave this girl alone for the time being. Like, let everything cool down, bro. Speaking of Whitey, we got him in the opening shot of last episode, helping people, well, helping dead bodies get out of the mine. That was tough. And a whole bunch of other stuff happened, but I want to get into this episode right now because we're close to the end. Before we begin, I do want to remind you that you can see my full-length reaction to this series and others on my Patreon, link in the description. If not, just make sure you subscribe and leave a thumbs up on this video if you do enjoy it. It really helps my channel reach a wider audience, and I greatly appreciate it. But now, it's time for the show. Let's go.
Rather than hauling and beating the animal, use a bit of rope, some gentle restraint.
Frank taught him how to do that? Oh, of course, man. Holy shit, everything he learned from the horses, he learned from Frank. That's crazy. Such compassion and tenderness. What the fuck?
Them there horses grazing yonder all got my brand on them. You accusing me of something, Mr. Broom? Oh, no, sir. I'm just gonna hang the both of you and be done with it. Come on, get it done. We gotta round up them horses.
The rest of you want to live, you'll unbuckle them belts and throw them into the brush.
Man, if there's three of you with a gun and one guy with a gun tells you to drop yours, don't drop it. Common sense.
You best kill him, son. Man was gonna hang the only cannon you had. I do as you're told. Keep it. It's yours now.
First time Roy executed someone? Holy fuck. Okay, so the fact that all that horse learning stuff came from Frank, it's kind of wild. I mean, he taught him everything he probably knows about living and surviving in the West. Frank's not stupid by any means. Evil, yes. An asshole, of course, but stupid, nowhere near close to it.
Mr. Ward, tell me about him.
He shot the head off a sidewinder. Was about to sink his wicked fangs into my boy.
Shot the head off a snake.
Yes, from across the room.
That's the name of this episode. Shot the head off a snake. I think Frank mentioned something about a snake in the cold open of this episode too. Even the young girl thinks the old lady has powers. I mean, she's a mysterious character too, along with Alice. Her shot is on par or may even be better than Roy's. Hey, it's the homie Whitey. Oh man, you gotta just stay away, bro. Stay away. I mean, I get it. She's a beautiful girl and she's kind and sweet and articulate and can play music. Timing is everything, and now is just not the time, bro. It's just not the time.
Watch this.
You hurt me. I don't fathom how one person can simply forget when another person tells her she loves her. I don't care who knows it. I never did. But I never thought you'd be just like them.
How's that little Fritz bitch see you?
Naked. Every square inch.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Threw it back in her face.
What y'all staring at? Fuck y'all.
Oh, nobody knew she was a lesbian, and now they're gonna judge her for it? What's wrong with lesbians, man? I love lesbians. I love everyone.
Had you been up to Creed, Major? Had a look at what Griffin and his cousins did?
Sooner or later, men like Griffin find the wrong end of the rifle. It's just a matter of time.
Oh, Bill finally reached the army.
I bet you and your crows could pick up on his trail and have him in hand within a week.
I bet we could too. But like I said, my orders point me elsewhere. Good hunting, Sheriff.
I can't take Griffin on my own.
So go home to your children.
I can't do that either.
You found a man. Is that not enough for you?
Let me ask you something. You go on a buffalo hunt. How's it feel you come home with a rabbit?
Not so good. But I come home.
That's a great analogy. Go on a buffalo hunt, only got a rabbit, but at least you're coming home. Yeah, I mean, I don't see why the big deal if or I come back with Frank or I don't go home at all. He basically told us, I'm gonna die catching this guy or killing this guy. That's my destiny. No one can tell me otherwise. So many people are caught up in their pride on this show. It's crazy.
That's close enough. Go back to where you come or else.
Or else what?
Else we shoot you. Now get! Did I hit anybody?
No, sir. See if you two can't roust who's ever inside without killing them.
I mean, that's kind of dumb to be in a kill box like that and say, we're all in here. I mean, they could have just shot it up and...
Oh, the oxen free!
Looking for Sister Lucy Cole. Used to live in this here shack. Where'd she go?
I heard Ponca City.
Reckon it's worth waiting around some, see if he comes back here.
She's already come back here, left behind some of our money. I think now it's in the walls of the saloon in Ponca City.
I remember that was the name on the letter that Roy had. And she has someone's money from something.
What's wrong with you?
Love.
Who's a lucky idiot?
Miss Louise Hobbs. She, lives out in Blackdom. Yeah, I know. Don't want to tell me how dumb I am.
Pretty damn dumb.
So they're both having love issues. People they're not supposed to be associated with in this time. A woman with another woman and a white man with a black woman. It would show why they're so close. I mean, they're both subject to criticism and being judged by others. And they just want to be in love. And both of them are teachers, if you want to call them teachers. A lot of similarities between Mary Agnes and Whitey. Is her name Mary Agnes?
Damn it, Maggie. I got all these feelings.
Well, best keep them to yourself.
I don't know what I feel. I feel like I sprained my damn heart. Hey, you wouldn't know what I'm going through.
Ain't nothing so fragile as a young man.
Man, this is tearing Whitey up. He's a pretty confident, resilient, well-headed guy. And this has got him all messed up. The fact he can't be with this girl, not even in that intimate way, just seeing her. The fact that he can't even talk to her. That's how it be, though. Young love is something else.
Beans, chili, warm bread crackers, and coffee. And antelope. Jesus Christ, the man's writing about what he had for supper.
Read this one.
My own darling husband, you cannot know how I long for my daily crumbs. I feel so thoroughly alone here that it...
Or maybe they're showing his progress speaking as a sign of how long he's actually been there, because there's no way it'd be this fast. Maybe it is this fast.
Glad to see me upon your return. I wonder if the long months haven't blurred the clearness of my outline.
So if he can't read and write, he must have left that school pretty early. He must not have stayed with that nun, because I'm sure that's the basic stuff they would have taught him while he was there.
Until then, I'll kiss your image, carried in my memory, your devoted wife, Anna.
Oh, Alice wants him. Look at that look. He's yearning for some Roy. I mean, the looks are getting more intense after each episode. And then Chucky had to come in and fuck it up. I'm just kidding.
My brother ain't ever coming back. Wish I'd had more time.
Sure enough, as I thought, he left that school way too early, way too young. And as a result, never learned how to read or write.
Ain't that your horse, Frank?
What the fuck?
Tell me, son, have you got a pappy? Me neither.
Damn, Frank saw something in Roy. He saw himself. He saw someone with a whole bunch of heart, ready to be molded.
Winchester, 73. Best firearm in the West. A repeating rifle makes 20 men out of one. Could hit one of those boys in the black of the eye.
Gotta be 400 yards.
Well, a rifle can still bite you hard 400 yards.
In the sunlight at that.
Them boys on the other side, it wasn't much like that. That's the kind of shooting I don't like being in the middle of.
Huh. He's putting them onto the game.
You got family now, son. And I aim to be your pappy. And a good one, too. I won't mistreat you. I won't beat you. And I won't ever lie to you. Ever. Welcome home, son.
Damn, Jeff Daniels is acting so fucking good, man. It's been good in this show, but I never knew his range was this deep and far. Like, wow.
Prepared how?
That's what I aim to teach you.
He loves this boy. That was his son, and you cannot tell him otherwise. He made him into the man he is. And the fact that he's so good and his father's, it's like Luke and Darth Vader almost. I wonder why he chose to have all those flashbacks at that moment. Because he saw Truckee? That's what I like to see. Deep looks into their past, into their history. Now it's starting to make more sense.
I went back to Moses to rebury my daddy. Ain't right putting a man straight into the dirt like that for all eternity, so I dug him up, dug him a whole new grave.
That's what he was doing.
Realizing that hell is gonna follow me wherever I go. I realize now that I don't ever want it to follow me here.
Wow.
I want to sell them through the mail.
Through the mail.
Amazon? Okay, take that initiative. Man, so Frank, what he did in Creed was kind of the first time Roy saw him do something on that scale, it looks like. And the fact that he left Frank and I guess Frank left him alone, he felt the need to keep harassing him. At least Roy knows there's this internal struggle in him and he's willing to look at it and know that it's wrong and want to change and not want more people to get hurt.
That's the famous Alice Fletcher. And that, I'm guessing, is her hand, Mr. Ward. Where do you suppose he come from?
She broke him out of jail.
Oh, man, he's going to put two and two together. He saw that note about Bill having RG in jail.
Look at him. You can just tell he'd like to knock the turkey out of me.
How about I pull you off?
Be on our way now, sir.
Yeah, you will.
Shot the head off a snake.
Why is that guy pressing Roy and Truckee? I mean, what the hell did they really do? I mean, that guy's probably just a general piece of shit and he's threatened. Damn, look at that shot. What? That's it? That was such a fast episode. Holy crap. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Godless Season 1, Episode 5. Definitely the standout part of this episode to me was Jeff Daniels' performance when he was speaking to Roy when he was young during the flashback. That was some damn fine acting. That's the best way to describe it. To have that type of range to hit comedy and drama on both ends of the spectrum that hard. The only person I've seen do that is Joe Pesci. Joe Pesci can play a gangster and a silly criminal with such ease. And in Lethal Weapon, his comedic timing in Lethal Weapon was awesome. So to see Jeff Daniels do that, I have a whole newfound level of respect for him. Let alone being able to act well, but being able to act well in drama and comedy. That's not easy. This show keeps throwing the horses and the landscape on you. Horses and landscape, which is basically what the Wild West was. But the conversation that Mary Agnes and Whitey had about love, and they're both going through the same thing. I know that made them even closer than they already were. They're both pretty distraught. And as I said, out of their element. Everyone is just being thrown for a loop at the worst possible time. People are considering leaving. People can't be with the people that they love and care about for whatever reason. Throwing everyone off the top of their game. Bill is gone. That's pretty crazy that the Rangers wouldn't help out Bill, though. Like, you know what Frank is capable of. You know what he's done. Just off what he did at Creed alone, you would think they would press him. They've got their own orders. It's all about orders. when it comes to the government. I have a feeling that Griggs is gonna go back and print a paper about finding Roy Good or something that's gonna give it away that he's in LaBelle, and it's gonna be fucking terrible. Another character I really kind of grown to admire is the school teacher slash former prostitute. I think her acting is great as well. I don't remember her name. She's not really part of the main characters. Her past and how she's dealing with it, and her openness and her directness, it's very appealing. I can see what Mary Agnes sees in her. I mean, obviously she's pretty. She seems to avoid being fake. She knows what's real, and she has the most money. She's the richest. That's not why I like her, but there's a reason why she is all of these things. I'm surprised that Alice wants to leave. She may not be on good terms with the ladies of LaBelle, but like the teacher said, she fixed that ranch up really nice. She's kind of made it her home. She dug up a fresh well. You're out of the way of town. You can defend yourself. Maybe she just wants to get away out the whole territory altogether, like Roy. 5 episodes down, 2 more to go, and this wasn't one of those violent, shoot 'em up episodes where there was a lot of action. It was more of a fill in the blanks episode, and I prefer those. I got a lot of questions still. This episode gave us a lot of questions answered between Roy and Frank's relationship. How they met. How was Frank when they first met? Did he instantly embrace him? What made Roy leave the school? What age was he when he left? And even the opening shot, that's how old he was when he first killed someone, let alone executed someone. That was his first time killing someone. And Frank didn't just throw him into this lifestyle. You can tell over time he slowly groomed him, little by little, eased him into it, and it's come back to bite him, because while what he was teaching may not have been the best, the method was excellent. It stuck. He's literally one of the best gunfighters in the West, and he doesn't want to shoot his gun because he knows it means nothing. And I want to know what gave him that morality. Like, just because you harassed him, like one day you just decided, nope, don't want to do this no more. Nah, something happened, and I hope we see what caused him to be that way, to just leave Frank. This is a dope series. This episode went by way too fast, way too fast. But who knows, maybe one day it'll get revived. It's not too old of a show, and anything can happen. If anything in particular stood out to you in this episode, or there was anything I might have missed, tell me about it in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed watching my reaction. All I ask is that you leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can also catch my full-length reaction to this series and others on my Patreon, link in the description. You guys are the best. We're basically family now. I hope you know that. That's it for me. Until next time, spread peace and love the Roy Good way. I'm out.